They call him Bam, but he doesn't just hit hard. He hits smart. Slick. Southpaw. Silent killer. Jesse Rodríguez didn't wait for opportunity. He ran straight at it, slicing through older, stronger champions with angles they couldn't see and shots they couldn't survive. While others were learning, Bam was leading. Youngest world champion in boxing at just 22. Two-division title holder with footwork like poetry, instincts like a veteran, and power that explodes before you even see it coming. And now, the belts aren't the only thing stacking up. Luxury cars, designer fits, fight purses in the millions. With an estimated net worth climbing fast, he is living proof that quiet killers can still shine loud. So, before we break down the brilliance, the rise, and the raw skill of Jesse Rodríguez, smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell. Because this isn't just another rising star. It's the arrival of boxing's next king. Born on January 20th, 2000, in the heart of San Antonio, Jesse James Rodríguez Franco didn't grow up chasing fame. He grew up chasing greatness. Long before the world called him Bam, he was just a quiet, determined kid with a fire in his eyes and fists that would one day shock the boxing world. By the age of 17, he stepped into the professional ring, not with hype, but with purpose. While others talked, he moved. Swift, southpaw, surgical. 10 wins, 6 knockouts, and a style that turned heads without ever needing to raise his voice. He didn't need to be loud. He was special, and real ones saw it early. Then came 2022, the moment that changed everything. On short notice, he took on the dangerous Carlos Cuadras. No tune-up, no fear. He knocked the veteran down, outboxed him, and walked away with the WBC super flyweight title. At just 22, he wasn't just a world champion. He was the youngest active one in the game. From there, the legend of Bam only grew. He dominated Rungvisai in front of his hometown. He won another world title with a broken jaw. He unified belts against the slick Sonny Edwards. And when many doubted him against the great Juan Francisco Estrada, Jesse silenced them all with a thunderous round 7 knockout. Today, in 2025, he stands undefeated, with world titles across 2 divisions, a growing legacy, and an estimated net worth of $5 million. But as the lights shine brighter and the stakes grow higher, one question rises. Is Jesse already a generational great? Or is the best still yet to come? His journey isn't just about talent. It's about timing, tenacity, and a quiet kind of fearlessness that breaks through the noise. Before the lights, before the belts, it all started with a kid from San Antonio. A southpaw with speed in his feet and steel in his spirit. Jesse was winning national titles while most teens were still chasing high school dreams. 2 U.S. National Youth Championships, the U.S. Junior Open, and a silver at the Junior World Championships. Already, his rhythm in the ring spoke louder than any headline. On March 10, 2017, at just 17 years old, Jesse stepped through the ropes for the first time as a professional. He wasn't hyped, he wasn't loud, he was focused. A unanimous decision win against Mauricio Cruz marked the beginning of something special. By 2019, he was 10-0 with 6 knockouts, moving with the kind of composure that hinted at something far greater. Then came the breakout. February 29, 2020. On the undercard of Mikey Garcia versus Jesse Vargas, he stopped Marco Susteta in the 8th round. No flash, just precision. A statement win that whispered, "I'm ready." 6 months later, he needed less than 2 minutes to annihilate Janiel Rivera, a former title challenger, with 3 knockdowns in a single round. A few months after that, Saul Juarez fell in 2. Jesse wasn't just building a record, he was demanding attention. By late 2021, his momentum was undeniable. A title shot against Esteban Bermudez slipped through the cracks due to sanctioning politics, but Jesse kept moving forward. On October 16th, he delivered a clinical 4th-round knockout against Jose Alejandro Burgos. Eyes were opening wider now. Matchroom Boxing signed him. The stage was growing. So were the stakes. Then came a twist no one saw coming. February 2022, he was set to fight on the undercard of a title eliminator. But when Srisaket Rungvisai pulled out last minute, He was offered something far bigger, a title fight against veteran Carlos Cuadras for the vacant WBC Super Flyweight Championship. It was a risk, but he took it. And under the bright lights, he rose, flooring Cuadras with a sharp uppercut and winning by unanimous decision. But legends don't rest on moments. They build legacies. For months later, in his hometown of San Antonio, he faced Rungvisai, the man he was originally supposed to fight. The result? A beating so precise it looked scripted. Jesse knocked him down in round 7 and stopped him in round 8. The punch count? 233-84. A one-sided symphony. September brought another test. This time, Israel Gonzalez, on the undercard of Canelo versus GGG3. Jesse took a low-blow penalty in round 8, but stayed composed, winning by unanimous decision. It was another lesson in maturity, poise, and control. Then a strategic move. In October 2022, he vacated his super flyweight title and dropped down to flyweight. The critics questioned it. Jesse didn't. The WBO ranked him number 1, and when the belt became vacant, he stepped in against Christian Gonzalez in April 2023. The fight? Another dominant win. But the real story happened in silence. Jesse fought through a broken jaw from round 6 onward. He never complained, never backed off, just fought, and won. 8 months later, he faced his most technically skilled opponent yet, unbeaten IBF flyweight champ Sonny Edwards. They met in Arizona. Jesse dominated. He knocked Edwards down, outlanded him nearly 2-1, and forced a stoppage by round 9. Edwards later revealed he'd suffered a fractured orbital bone. The numbers were brutal, the performance brilliant. Then came the challenge that turned whispers into roars. Juan Francisco Estrada. A legend, a killer, a master of the game. On June 29, 2024, the two collided. Jesse tasted the canvas for the first time in his career, dropped in round 6. But in round 7, he answered back with a thunderous body shot that ended it. One judge had Jesse ahead, another had him behind, and one had it even. The fight was close, but Jesse made sure the decision never left the judge's hands. And still, he kept climbing. November 2024, in Philadelphia, he defended his title again. This time, against Pedro Guevara, a former champion. He needed just 3 rounds to finish the job. Another TKO, another silent warning to the rest of the division. Now, the world watches with bated breath. In just days, he steps into the ring against Fumilio Cafu to unify the division. The spotlight's brighter than ever. The challenge bigger. The legacy within reach. But while Jesse conquers weight divisions and silences legends under the unforgiving glare of fight night lights, what happens when the roar fades, when the gloves come off, and the world goes quiet? Because behind every knockout is a heartbeat. Have you ever wondered what goes on behind the bravado? What fuels the man beneath the legendary punches? For Jesse, the answer isn't found in sold-out arenas or championship belts. It lies in something softer, something steady, a quiet love that's been building behind the scenes. Since at least 2020, Jesse has shared his life with Rebecca, his longtime girlfriend and unwavering supporter. While the world cheered his rise to boxing glory, Jesse and Rebecca built a world of their own. Far from cameras, far from chaos. Their bond is calm, private, and real. And now, that love is expanding into something even more powerful as the couple is expecting their first child, a baby girl. Rebecca shared the news in a simple, heartfelt post. And just like that, I'm a girl mommy. The moment touched fans deeply, reminding them that beneath the fighter's fire is a man learning to prepare for midnight feedings, not just title fights. Off camera, his world is quieter, grounded, full of gratitude. It's not about fame, it's about family. From shared meals and quiet mornings to painting the nursery, his victories at home are just as meaningful as any win in the ring. So, here's the question. What does life look like when the gloves come off and you're still winning? For Jesse Rodríguez, success hasn't made him louder. It's made him more intentional. He's not chasing status symbols or screaming for attention. His life outside the ring mirrors the discipline he shows inside it. Focused, balanced, and quietly powerful. He still lives in San Antonio, Texas, the same city that raised him. Not in a flashy mansion, but in a modern, private home designed more for recovery than for display. Inside, there's a gym where sweat and repetition still shape his destiny. A trophy room holds the belts that change his life. And tucked into a corner, there's a recovery setup that reminds you. Behind every explosive knockout is a man constantly healing, rebuilding, preparing for the next war. Even his interior style speaks volumes. Clean lines, soft lighting, boxing art on the walls. Not extravagant, not loud, just intentional. Just like him. Step outside, and his cars tell their own quiet story. A Dodge Challenger SRT Hellcat, a beast that reflects his fighting style. Fast, raw, undeniable. A Chevrolet Tahoe for the long hauls with Rebecca, built for family comfort. Whispers of a custom McLaren or matte-wrap Corvette float online. Fans even claim they've seen him near a Ford Raptor. But Jesse's never posted them. He doesn't have to. He's not proving a point. He's just living. And while some fighters collect toys, Jesse invests in people. In his community, he's hosted youth boxing clinics, donated gloves for charity auctions, and made it clear that no matter how high he climbs, he's still that kid from San Antonio, just with heavier hands and a bigger heart. He supports his brother Joshua Franco without hesitation and makes time for the family that sacrificed everything to get him here. As Jesse gears up for another unification bout, another chapter quietly begins. One where the stakes are deeper, the cheers more intimate, and the victories measured not in belts, but in bedtime stories. Before you go, don't miss out on exclusive perks. Click the link in the description to become a channel member and enjoy awesome benefits, like suggesting future video topics, getting early access to new content 48 hours before anyone else, and much more. Your support means the world and helps us keep bringing you the stories you love. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, drop a comment, and subscribe for more amazing content. And while you're here, why not check out our deep dive into Teofimo Lopez's video? Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.